Well, hey there, church. Good morning. It is wonderful to see you today. Thank you so much for being with us. This is the first one of the A Word thingies that we're going to try to do here from now on. Now, these are not written down in the way that the other teachings are. They're just kind of me going in there, and when I feel the Lord kind of speaking to me something that may be of use to somebody out there, I'm going to go ahead and put them on here. So this is also a way for me to kind of practice, to get a little better at what I'm doing as far as the preaching goes. I know that not a lot of folks listen to these, but they're a joy for me to do. And it's fun to receive a little more grace and hopefully spread that around and to have the Lord work through me. So let's get started a little bit. We're going to be preaching through Mark as we go through these. It's helpful to have a base text. We may skip around a little bit to other things, but in general, it's going to be Mark. And it was the very first verse of Mark that caught my attention today. Read through several commentaries and whatever on this. And that verse says, "The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God." And that it's kind of like a title sequence, isn't it? This is like the title of the essay that he's about to write. And what I want you to see there is that he puts the Son of God front and center right away. That's where he is in his life. He's got the Son of God right staring at him, kind of at the foremast, at the forefront of everything that he's doing. And I was thinking about that a little bit, and it's really, really easy to say really nice things about Roger Federer, isn't it? Or like some politician that you're excited about, or some other person, historical maybe, who did a lot of really good things, and we generally have a super positive impression of him, but we don't know him personally. Abraham Lincoln. But when we start talking about our wives or our kids, oftentimes the negative things are what rise to the surface, right? And the reason why that is familiarity, because we're close to them, and we actually get to see all the things that they do in their life, no matter what it is. So, when I was thinking about how to keep the Son of God first in our life, that's what kind of stuck out to me first, is that a lot of times, a lot of us do have the Son of God first in our life. But as we walk with him, there are little things that start to get in the way, and little things that pull our eyes off of him, or change the way that we look at him, or change the way that we feel about Christ. And that can stand in the way. It can dampen the fires of our love for him. You know what I mean? You're not really passionate anymore about engaging every day with a God who let your wife die. Or when you weren't, special or unique or a world changer in the way that you thought you would be. God was a lot less interesting to you because you thought he had made you for that, or something like that, Disappointments that creep in and kind of choke out our love for him. I wonder today what that might be, and I wonder today what the root desires of that may be in your heart. I wonder if you could pray towards that a little bit as you go throughout your day. Those little root desires that come into you and choke out that love that you have for God, really those things are promises that you feel like you should have, but you may not have them now, right? I wonder what you feel like you deserve in your life, is what that's what I'm trying to say. What is it that God has to give you, or he may not be God, or you may not be able to worship him in the same way? And maybe all this is just out the window for you. Maybe you're like, whatever, God. That's the attitude of a disciple, is like, whatever. Whatever you give me, whatever I have or don't have at any given moment, I'm following you. I'm going to commit to being content in you. I'm not going to complain about any situation that I'm in, but I'm going to be happy and thrilled to worship the Son of God and to come to him with nothing and offer nothing and receive life, because that's all that I can do. I encourage you to walk in that way today, and God bless you guys, and looking forward to hearing from you this week. Cross of Joy exists to provide Christians with teachings and sermons to carry them on to maturity in Christ, as the Lord wills. You can find our materials on YouTube, Facebook, our podcast, or on our website at www.crossofjoy.com. All of our teachings are also available in Arabic under the name Al-Masih. To To contact us, send an email to crossofjoy@posteo.net. All our email correspondence is encrypted and completely confidential. We are happy to speak with you in English or Arabic. And finally, Cross of Joy retains no copyright protection, so feel free to send our material to whomever you wish, but please do not ask for money, and please do not alter the content in any way.